under a monsoon-soaked mountain in northern Thailand by the death of one of the volunteers.
A rescue diver has died.
The man who died was young, he was fit, he was a former Navy SEAL.
Former Thai Navy SEAL 38-year-old Saman Hero posts on social media about coming out of retirement to help. On one of his dives, something went terribly wrong. He is found unconscious and later dies.
For all the men and the women that helped out to save those 13 people in the cave. It's pretty amazing. This is nothing compared to that. So I don't even know why I'm complaining, but I will finish. My head's not completely 100%, I don't feel 100% warm. I'm gonna finish. To warm up some balls and then I'm gonna start my workout. So the Saman Hero WOD, so it's for 8 rounds. So I'm going to be running around this track 8 times each round. So it'll be 8 times altogether. Again, which is 3.2 kilometers, like I said before. Okay, and then I'm going to do 13 power cleans and then 17 wall balls. So, and then again the 400-meter run. So I'm going to start that now, and it's for times. So wish me luck. It's going to be pain, but I'm gonna do it. Ready?
In the deep down garden, a majestic death trap. After 9 days of desperate searching, the missing members of this boys' soccer team and their coach are found, miraculously alive. From the shadows of the cave, this indelible image, a ray of hope, beamed around the globe.
Put your hand. How many of you? 13. Brilliant. Many people are coming. Many people. We are the first.
Absolute elation, followed very quickly with, oh, wait a second, now we got to get these kids out.
I am really happy.
We are happy too.
So where you come from?
England, UK.
The divers who find the boys, John Kunan and Rick Stanton, and fellow divers Jason Mallinson and Chris Jewell, belong to an elite British cave diving team with unique rescue skills. In Thailand, these volunteers, working without pay, come to be known as the Awesome Foursome.
I never had to think for a second about whether I would go. I think it's human nature to know if you've got an ability, and of course you will.
The boys get food, MREs, and company. Thai Navy SEALs and a military doctor join them in the cave for their duration.
When they got their energy back, the kids cheerfully talked a lot about where they would go, what they would eat, their plans after they got out of the cave.
A U.S. Air Force search and rescue team headed up by Major Charles Hodges and Master Sergeant Derek Anderson joins the effort.
We came in bringing our military expertise when it comes to operational command and control, when it comes to kind of really looking at a problem set and finding what is the risk? What risk are we willing to accept?
Every trip into the cave is filled with peril, a fact highlighted by the death of one of the volunteers.
A rescue diver has died.
The man who died was young, he was fit, he was a former Navy SEAL.
Former Thai Navy SEAL 38-year-old Saman Hero posts on social media about coming out of retirement to help. On one of his dives, something went terribly wrong. He is found unconscious.
Okay, going on my 6. Sun's blasting on me, beating me up. I'm feeling it. What I'm gonna do it is for all the men and the women that helped out to save those 13 people in the cave. It's pretty amazing. This is nothing compared to that. So I don't even know why I'm complaining, but I will finish. My head's not completely 100%, I don't feel 100% warm. I'm gonna finish.
He is found unconscious and later dies.
Sergeant Sam's mouthpiece fell off. He was trying to grab it, but he couldn't find it. He was trying to take out the spare one, but due to the complexity of the cave, there was no air to breathe.
I have 2 more rounds to go. Just have to do my 17 balls. Sun's blasting, killing me. So I'm taking a sec, and I'm gonna continue and finish my 2 rounds. And I'm feeling it.
What is that? The whole world collapsed.
The world is collapsing.
Yes.
How did that affect morale at the camp?
Obviously, it made it a little more somber, made it a little more serious. For the SEALs, it caused them to redouble their efforts. Everybody really got down to business after that.
What stands between the boys and the daylight they haven't seen in 2 weeks is about a 1.5 mile underground obstacle course of rocky chambers, half-flooded canals, and fully submerged sections. The longest of those is 350 meters, the length of 7 Olympic swimming pools. And it's filled with water so muddy, it's like swimming in coffee.
Physically could not see your hand in front of your face, no matter how close you put it to your face.
The American advisors say the divers tell them bringing all the kids out of the flooded cave alive will be an impossible mission.
They're telling us this is the absolute worst conditions that you can have for a rescue, and it was pushing the envelope for what they were comfortable with.
They said this is incredibly difficult for us to do, you know, much less a child that's never dove.
We always knew we could get them out, it's whether we could get them out alive.
I'm starting to feel now, when my fuel is depleted. I'm not feeling I have energy. It's not that I can't breathe. My oxygen is there, and my body feels like I need fuel. I've gone through my fuel now. So, it's my last one after the ball. But I take a sec. Sun is blasting. Looks like it's gonna rain soon. I'll finish before that. It's all about finishing, and I will finish. But it is tough, and each and every one of you should try this workout. Dedicate to the man who gave up his life, saving 13 people. So I challenge each and every one of you to watch this video on August 11th. Go out and do this. It's a great workout.
The absolute worst conditions that you can have for a rescue, and it was pushing the envelope for what they were comfortable with.
They said this is incredibly difficult for us to do, you know, much less a child that's never dove.
We always knew we could get them out, it's whether we could get them out alive or not.
Last round. Ready.
The Thais search for alternatives, drilling down through the limestone mountain or draining the cave, simply waiting for the end of monsoon season. That is 3 or 4 months away. The Thais are calling the shots, but the Americans warned them time is not on their side.
We knew at that point that rains were coming. The plan that we have in place is going to become unfeasible once these certain chambers and areas of the cave get re-flooded.
As if the threat of more rain isn't enough, monitors in the cave detect an alarming drop in air quality.
The other factor that helped us decide whether to proceed with the rescue or not was the decreasing amount of oxygen in the cave where the boys and the assistant coach were located.
We knew that there wasn't a zero risk option, but we knew that the option of leaving the kids there for 4 to 5 months was a bad option.
They begin preparations for Mission Impossible, beginning with a key piece of equipment, which the Americans supplied.
There was a positive pressure full face mask that is a piece of equipment designed to go over your entire face
to ensure that the boys would be able to breathe, and the full face mask would also ensure that water couldn't get into the mask.
An Air Force officer shoots.
Takes 2 minutes.
This cell phone video of the divers testing the plan in a local pool.
Put them in the full equipment that we were going to use, drag them around with a full face mask in for sort of 10-20 minutes underwater so everybody could see what we were going to do.